So what happens after all of those things are done, like we've done the inspection, we've got the appraisal, we've got the survey, there's all those kinds of things that happen, the title work, and then you're finally ready to go to the closing table. And when you go to the closing table, sometimes those days have been delayed more than not. Lately, it seems like there's a new law that came into effect in about October that requires that the lenders give more information to the buyers in advance as a result of that. And as a result of all of those kinds of things, it takes a little bit longer because the lenders, the way that it was several months ago, not that long ago, is that the buyers would be seeing at the closing table for the first time all of the documents.
Yeah.
The good news about that if there is a surprise, then it's something that we can deal with and that we don't have to be sitting there at the closing table with people sitting and stuff in moving trucks going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do about it? It's so that we can deal with it and work through problems as they come up. And there's challenges in every deal.
Yeah.
And so that's why you hire the professionals to get the stuff done like ourselves, because we're able to go through and figure all those things out.
Yeah.
So at the closing table, there are several documents that need to be signed. Always the seller's going to need at least a notary because the deed has to be notarized that it's being transferred to somebody else because they have to prove that it's you, that you're the one that's selling this property. Most of the time we do this at a title company. Sometimes lawyers are used as title companies and they have their title work and everything they do here too. And the interesting thing is that there's two title policies when you're getting a loan. One of them is for you as the new owner of the house. And then the second title policy is for the lender, so that if they require a title insurance policy for them too, to make sure that if there was some kind of encumbrance on the title that they're covered as well. And there's other decisions to make too, that, if you would like to have a home warranty, which a home warranty is another insurance policy that's usually somewhere between $75 and $100 if something would happen to go wrong with the air conditioner, the plumbing, the electrical in the first year that you own the home. And it's just a one-time call, like a service call, and they'll fix it. So then after all the documents are signed, all the money's exchanged, and that's one thing, that people don't always realize right away if they haven't been told, is that when you get a loan, what happens is you sign the documents, then the documents are faxed usually or scanned back to the lender. And then the lender has to give a funding number once they agree that everything's been signed to their specifications. And it's not until that point in time that happens that the keys are released, that the monies are released and all of that. And so a lot of times if you're doing a closing late in the day, you might not get those keys that day.
Yeah.
And that's really something that you have to prepare for when you're doing the closing, because there's nothing worse than feeling like you've gone through this whole process and then you can't get the keys. And so it really is important to look at the whole big picture as opposed to looking at the little things. So it's like once you have that's a whole big flow chart of everything that you want to do when it comes to every part of the home purchasing process.